Today I am going to speak in general about SahajaYoga and Kundalini awakening. Sahaja, as you know, means Saha means with and Ja born with. But perhaps people do not realize what Sahaja actually means. It is spontaneous. But what is spontaneous? Spontaneous is not that supposing I am going in the car and suddenly I meet somebody, I say spontaneously I met the person. Spontaneous means that happening is a living happening. It has to be a living thing which is spontaneous. It's a very mysterious word. That cannot be explained, and that happens without any understanding about it, which is not possible for a human being to understand. That is Sahaja. Sahaja may mean it's very simple, very easy. It is. It has to be. For example, God has given us these eyes, these wonderful eyes that human beings have got, that not that they can see the color, but can also appreciate it. God has given them a nose which is so well developed that it can feel the filth. Animals cannot feel it. You have become a human being, I have become a human being, and everybody has become a human being. Become. From an amoeba stage, spontaneously. Can you explain that? How it has happened? Further, we can see, every day we see so many spontaneous things happening. Today, you go in the forest, you'll see lots of flowers there, in the forest, in the wilderness. And tomorrow, you'll find lots of fruits produced by these flowers. Who has done it? Effortlessly, the nature has done it. It's a living happening. It won't happen in a dead thing. For example, this hall I've been visiting now, every year is just the same. The size is just the same, except that some people have put some other color or put some appendages, that's all. That cannot grow by itself. There is no growth. It is not a spontaneous growth. It is a growth of effort. That you have to put in things on top of all dead things to make it look bigger. In all the living things, whatever has been the living work by the living God has been miraculous. You cannot explain. But we have taken everything for granted. For us it doesn't surprise us that today we see a flower, tomorrow a fruit. We see a little seed growing into a huge big tree, and we are not surprised at it. Not at all. It's being taken for granted. This is the living work. See the system, the whole system of nature is in such a balance. Such a balance is maintained. It creates different types of seasons, one after the another. The sun moves from one tropic to another. It creates seasons. The trees are laden with leaves, and suddenly the trees are left without them. All the leaves fall off automatically because the sun is going on the other tropic. But the leaves have to fall down on the ground. Why? Because the nutrition of nitrogen has to go to the Mother Earth to be resucked by the tree. All this circle has been built up, you see, in the universe. how things are happening, we never even bother to see. We have been taking full advantage of God's love for us. Out of His spontaneity, He has created us, and also He has created us in such a way that we can enjoy His spontaneous love all around us. But we try to seek God. We try to seek God in dead things. If somebody has a big house, people think God has blessed him. If somebody gets a big position, they think God has blessed him. But we never realize that these things, which are not spontaneous, which are through effort, have been achieved, are of no consequence as far as the joy is concerned. You give some money to a person who is not used to money. Immediately you will find he will go to the race course or he will start drinking. He can't bear it. When the riches grow too much, you see what happens. Affluence creates such a problem. You have known that now. You are very aware of it. How affluence has ruined the spontaneity of Western people. How their society has become malignant now. How they are unhappy, there is no love. This spontaneity within us is worked out through the living force that is within us and not through the dead. Whatever dies within us is pushed aside. SahajaYoga is the culmination of that living work, by which you have become a human being, and now the time has come for you to become a self-realized personality. The time has come. Many people asked me today in the press conference, what is your purpose? What is your mission? It's most surprising, as they ask all the political leaders, they were asking me. The time has come. The time has come for you to get your self-realization. You are ready for it now. This is the time when the chaos is at its maximum level, where people understand that these pursuits of wealth, of power, and other emotional possessions are of no value. Where the pressures and the tensions are so great that man is seeking. In every country I find thousands and thousands and thousands of people seeking. Even in our country, there are people who are seekers. That's a category now developing. It's a category. Like a flower is a category on the trees, different from other parts of the tree. In the same way, a seeker is a category which is different from the other parts of the world. He is not satisfied with what he has. And he has started seeing through that there must be something beyond. This is not the end of it. Only such people are welcome in Sahaja. Those who are not seekers cannot be forced into. It's a spontaneous thing. Now, this has been promised in various scriptures that this has to happen. As old as Nala Purana, I don't know if you have read it or not, because we modern people don't read all these Puranas, you see. We think it's all too ancient for us to read. It was said that when Kali Yuga will at its worst harass the human beings, at that time those people who are seeking God today in the hills and dales will be born again, and they will get their self-realization. You will be amazed that in England, which we don't think in any way spiritually rich country, Indians at least don't think so, at least they feel that they are very spiritually rich. I wonder if they are really. But if they are, I'm not surprised at it, because you have such a great heritage. If you have not forgotten it, you are the best to get your realization. You are the best suited for that. You have that sukrut behind you. You have that big right to get it. How far Indians are seekers, that's what one has to see. Now, the problem is let it be. When you are a seeker, when you are seeking God, which is the way to do it? How to do it? Because your parents told you that you are a Muslim or a Christian or a Parsi or a Sikh or something, you just become that. But by doing any of the rituals or any one of the things that your parents have told, you still feel that there's something more that has to happen. And what is that? Which is the missing point that we have to know within ourselves. Today, I'm happy we heard such a great song by such a great poet, Kabira. And that, as he has said it, and as everybody has said it, Christ has said it, Muhammad Sahib has said it, all of them have said it, that it is inside you is the Lord, is the Rama, is the Shiva, is the Paigambara, or is the what they call the Allah. Then seek Him. Now we start singing the song. We better seek, and you better seek, and we must seek. By singing the song, are you going to seek it? Now how do you seek then, mother? They ask me. How are we to seek God? Is there a way and method? How did you become human beings? Effortlessly, without any effort. Only thing was that you exposed yourself to nature, and nature created you. You call it nature or God, it's just the same. In the same way, it is the job of God Almighty, who has created you, to give you your meaning. If I make an instrument like this, it is my job to tell the person what to do with it, how to put it to the mains, and how it is to be used. In the same way, it is the job of God Almighty to do it, and He knows how to do it. So, one may say, what should we do about it? What is the way to achieve that? Again, we are on the effort. Actually, what we have to do is to be in the center. You must lead a moderate life. You should not go to extremes. If you go to extremes too much, then you are taking your attention away from the Spirit. You have to keep in the center. You have to lead a very normal life. As Kabira has very clearly said, that I do not go anywhere. He was a married man. He keeps in the center. Don't have to use any extreme or exterior things to express your spirituality. It is within yourself that you will find it, keep to the center. It is absolutely practical. It's common sense. Think of a car which is not having its center of gravity at its center but is moving at a tilt. Think of a boat which is tilted. Anything that is tilted too much gives an imbalance. So, to keep a balanced life, to keep a moderate life, in the center, be very, very normal. That's what everyone has said. Because that's what it is. By keeping in the center only, we have achieved our evolution. Always if you see a tree, you will find the sap of the tree rises in the center. All living work takes place in the center. Even your social and economic activities take place in the center. Even as we call it, Delhi as the central government. So you have to keep to the center of your behavior, of your living, of your styles, of your thinking. Do not go to extremes. This is first thing they have told us. Today they asked me a question that, Mother, you have cured so many cancer patients. I have, no doubt, and cancer can be easily cured. So many diseases can be cured by Kundalini awakening. But how do you get cancer is the question they asked me. I said, by going to extremes. By going to extremes only you develop all the problems. Even in your religious duties you go to extremes. When you go to extremes, you go away from the center path. That's how you get caught up on the left or the right hand side, which is shown here. I don't know if you all can see it, which is very important to see. SahajaYoga has been described by all the saints, especially after Adi Shankaracharya has very clearly talked about it. Before that it was kept as a very sacred and a secret science because there were very few people who could be given realization. But today it is not that I am talking to only Arjuna or to few people here and there, to selected, but it's an open invitation to all the people to open their eyes to this subtler knowledge, to this, the real power of yourself that is within you. Now, when we have become human beings, we have gone through various stages. All these stages are built within us as centers. These various centers lie within us, some in our spinal cord, one out of the spinal cord, and two of them in the brain. These centers are there, who are the milestones of our evolution. When we were just a carbon atom, we were at the first center, carbon. I wonder how many people who know chemistry know the beauty of carbon. Carbon is made by Mother Earth. And that is very important because it has a balance. Carbon has 4 valencies, plus or minus both. I know if you know chemistry, you will know about carbon very well. So it can give 4 or take 4. It's such a balanced thing. Just in the center of the periodic table is carbon. Without the carbon, life could not come on this earth. So carbon was to be created first, and when we were carbon, we were innocent, complete innocent people. Innocence is the first thing that was created on this earth. And this innocence is represented within us at a material level or at a matter level as carbon in the first center, about which I'll tell you tomorrow what more things this center has, and which is a very important center. Luckily in our country, this center is very, very strong. Basically, we are innocent people. It is a fact. You might think that mother is trying to pamper our ego. We are innocent, but we have taken to ways of other people who came here, and we thought that material development is the only way our country can improve. And then we took to so many ways and methods by which our innocence is lost or is at least at stake. This innocence is within us. That's the beginning of our evolution. Now, while evolving gradually, we have got so many qualities within us. Also, we have something very special compared to other animals. And that thing is the ego. First of all, if you see the left side, from the right to the left side, is the power within us which you can call as the power of desire, by which we desire, Ichha Shakti. You may desire anything. We desire so many things. But we have to put in concrete action to achieve the results. So the other power we have on the left-hand side going to the right-hand side is the power of action. The left-hand side channel, which carries the power of desire, is called as Ida Nadi, and the right-hand side one, which you see, which actually starts from the left, goes to the right, is called as the Pingala Nadi. The first one is called as the Surya Nadi, Chandra Nadi, the second one as Surya Nadi. The first one creates your mana. Sanskrit is better to say manas, you understand what mana is. And the second one creates ahankara. So the second one, which is the ahankara, which has come to us through our efforts, through our kriya, is like a balloon on our heads. And that is the problem of today the human beings have to face, of which they are not aware. The first power of mana is very simple. You desire something. You go on desiring and pining for it, desiring and pining for it. Thus you harm yourself. You start harming yourself when you start desiring, when you start using this power of desire. When you desire too much, you become affected by it. When you get affected, you get all kinds of problems like depression and other mental problems. I mean, people can become mad and all the psychological problems that are developed, which is described by Freud the Great. Now, Freud being a scientist, I would say a human being, he was a blind man. So he found something, he said, this is the thing, is the truth. That a person who suffered from any mental trouble is suffering because of his conditioning is a fact. But he only dealt with mad people. He never dealt with normal people. If you meet mad people, that doesn't mean that all the rest of the world is mad. The mad people are mad because of too much of conditioning is agreed. But for that, the another extreme could be that you should have no conditioning at all, you go ahead with whatever you like. Thank God in India he never settled down. Many people try to settle down here, They did not. Somehow this country has a method by which it throws away all nonsensical things. So Freud was not so much accepted except for some so-called pseudo-intellectuals who call themselves westernized. But in the West, they are so naive, they accepted it. They accepted Freud, out and out. So the question is, what's wrong? Supposing you do this, what's wrong? This is the question they'll ask. What's wrong in this? What's wrong in that? In doing anything, what's wrong? They cannot even understand what's wrong if there's a bad relationship between brother and sister. Can you imagine? Indian persons can't understand it. When you tell to an Indian man, he will just laugh at this. It's not stupidity. So what has happened when they said, what's wrong in it and what's wrong in it? They started developing their right side, their ego side. So if you neglect your conditioning, or if you try that there should be no conditioning at all, people can become extremely ego-oriented and all the West is drowned into it. They are so ego-oriented that you cannot talk to them. They really bark. They do not talk. Only when it is the matter of money, they talk softly. Otherwise, they just bark. They are so ego-oriented, you can't imagine. And you'll be amazed. We think that they are very united and no, they fight all the time. Husband will fight with the wife will fight with the children will fight with the parents will fight with the parents. It's all going on there. They are all the time fighting, quarreling and arguing. You see any picture or drama that they make these days is only a quarrel between husband and wife. You get so fed up. The whole system works how to fight each other. No wonder they start wars also. So, this ego orientation has gone to another extreme now. We had to develop our ego to a point when it came up to this point, where the Kundalini can be easily pierced through, because first the superego was too much, so the ego developed and they have to meet in the center like this. If you keep a moderate life, then you develop your ego properly. And a superego, you are in the center. And traditionally, thank God, Indians are better off. That's why I say they are innocent. But there are people in India I have seen who are in charge of affairs, who are supposed to be very educated and learned and professors and this and that. They say the same thing. What's wrong? Now, in India, we know what is Susanskara is. Susanskara. There is a word like Su, which I don't know in English language if it is. But Su is good. We must have good sanskaras. We must have discipline of our mind. The concept of Indian life is Chitta Nirodha. We must control your attention. Shouldn't allow your attention to pass out. Shouldn't allow your attention to spill out. From childhood, we ask our children, where is your attention? Where is your attention? Where are you lost? Then, Indian personality knows that your attention is not to be frittered. For example, in India, nobody would boast of something wrong as like a theft. Will anybody boast of that? But I have seen with my own eyes, you won't believe, that in Paris, there was a relay of a man who did a burglary in a big bank. See, he burgled the whole bank. And this fellow was on the TV. And he was trying to show off as if he's a big hero. She's saying, oh, I went there, I did like this and I did like that. And he was explaining all this to the magistrate. And while talking to the magistrate, you saw it happening also with your own eyes, because the TV was on him. That he said, how did you go to the window? He just went to the window and jumped out and disappeared. Now I was surprised that he is made a hero there. The children wear his photograph as a hero. Can you imagine we wearing somebody's thing as a hero who is a thug well known, who has taken away the money of the people, who have put it there, the hard-earned money of people? That's what's happening there. Now we are also trying to develop ourselves. We are getting sophisticated, you see. So we may take to their ways and may one day land up in the same situation where they do not recognize and realize where have they gone, where have they reached. At that time, I would say that you must see, that you must have your susamskaras, and the susamskaras come to you by listening to people like Kabira and Nanaka, listening to people like Tukarama and Gyaneshwara, but not extreme people who teach something of extreme. They were all married people. They led a very simple life. Gyaneshwara was not married. He died very young. And we have got the greatest thing is Adi Shankaracharya, who has said it, that you reach a certain stage where you do not need anything but the grace of Mother. The grace of Mother is only possible if you are a moderate person. If you are an extremist, you are away from her, and that's how it does not work out. Christ has said that a rich man cannot enter into the kingdom of God because he is an extremist. He said a camel can pass through the eye of a needle, but a rich man cannot enter into the kingdom of God. Why he said so? Because they are extremes. They will go to wrong type of people, where they can purchase a guru, when they can show off their money, or they can use the guru as a liaison officer, or some sort of a thing like that which gives them ego orientation. Among them there will be some few, of course, who will realize the futility of money and will come to God. And I feel now the modern generation in the West is that time. Are the saints born there? These are the saints born in that country who are seeking God. But we have exported all our thugs from here. And also we are trying to enjoy the money that they lavish on our gurus, because we think we are earning foreign exchange, but this is the kamai of adharma. And unless and until we check this, our country can never progress. We are not to be soft on this point. This is the thagai of other nations. They did it to us, doesn't matter, but we should not do it. If the whole world tries to cheat us, doesn't matter, we should not cheat. And we know for definite that this is cheating. Still we are soft on this point because we think that's how we can earn foreign exchange. You don't know with such a kamai what can happen to this country. Now, in SahajaYoga, which is described by all the great saints, today the time has come for it to become a Mahayoga. It has to become a Mahayoga. Gyaneshwara has described it, that a day will come when Sahaja will become Maha. Means you will have a mass realization. En masse, thousands of people can get realization, which I have seen happening in the villages, in a Kadus village, in this place called Kadus near Satara, where people gathered. There were about 6,000, above 6,000, and there were newspaper people also. And all of them got realization, most surprising. All of them got their realization. It's most surprising. It is going to happen in thousands, especially in the villages, because city people are westernized. Difficult people. They think no end of themselves, too much of ego. When I came here, I found the whole of Delhi is suffering from ego, tremendous ego, the Agya Chakra. I had to ask people to take out vibrations to put that down. I don't know from where this kind of a myth is working. But we have to face ourselves as we are. We have to get ourselves corrected through Kundalini awakening. Now this SahajaYoga is a spontaneous growth, is a living growth. The Kundalini rises by itself and pierces the Brahmarandra as described by all these people. Shunya shikhara paranahada bajire. It's all described. I mean, I don't have to tell you, because you do not read these things, you see. You just sing. This is what they have said I am doing today. I am doing the job of Kabira, Nanaka, of Gyaneshwara, and all the Nathpanthis who have preached that you have to get your realization of Christ, of Muhammad, and all these people put together. Of Buddha, of Mahavir. Of all these people, this work has to be finished today. This is the time that has come. Most surprising that in a place like England, which I said you don't consider to be very spiritual, about 100 years back, a great poet was born. I must say he was very great because he was such a prophet. And he has said that this SahajaYoga time is going to come. The most remarkable thing is that he has even mentioned the place where I was staying. What's the matter with you, sir? Why don't you sit down, disturbing everybody else? Please sit down. You shouldn't do like this. You see, you cannot come to this place and disturb. It's a question of your Kundalini. I'm trying to raise the Kundalini of the people and suddenly you shoot off. There is no need to do it. See, it's a very delicate work. It's the Brahma Shakti and I have to take it through the Brahmanadi. I'm trying, when I'm talking, it's not talking, I'm raising your Kundalini. And please don't disturb. If you have to go, you should go before. It's not a cinema, it's not a show. It is a living work. So please help me. Don't disturb each other. Please. It's a very serious thing. And one has to understand one's own value, that I am here to give you what is the most precious thing within you, is your spirit. So please do not just walk off or because you are not entertained or something. Try to put your attention. It's not such a difficult subject, I am telling you. But try to understand that this is a very important time. If you have come here, it's a great chance, you better get your realization. As a mother, I have to tell you that this is the thing you have been seeking. I was talking about William Blake. 100 years back, he has written about this SahajaYoga. He said that the men of God, the seekers, I am saying it's a category, seekers, will become prophets. They'll get realization. But these prophets will have a special quality in them. And what is the quality? That they will be transforming others into prophet state. There will be many prophets which will be created on this earth. But most surprising is that he has written it in such details that he has even mentioned the place where I lived. He said that first beacon will be lit on Surrey Hills, where I lived first. And about the ashram that we have in, that Lambeth Vale is the place where the foundations will be laid in the ruins. We bought a place which was all ruins. To that extent, he has said, and he has said that London will be a Jerusalem. England will be a Jerusalem, means a kshetra, means a pilgrimage. Imagine 100 years back, an Englishman has written about this. That means if something is going to work out in that country, no doubt. But what about in 100 years back, an Englishman has written about it. That means if something is going to work out in that country, no doubt. But what about this great country of ours, which is a yoga bhumi? You are born in a yoga bhumi. Do you know that? You have a responsibility towards God. Where are you? Where are you wasting your attention? The whole world is looking at you for guidance. You are not interested. You are not bothered. Now people might say, Mother, if it is a yoga bhumi, why is it a poor country? It is better that it is poor than to be rich like these stupid people abroad. Krishna has said that yoga kshema vahamyam. First have the yoga and then the kshema. He didn't say kshema yoga. He said yoga kshema. First you must get yoga. You must get your realization. Then the kshema. That is the way. It looks nice. It glorifies you. In Hindi we can say rashta hai. Otherwise, it's odd. It's funny. You look as if two horns have come out of you. You elect somebody as a member of parliament. Immediately you know he must be something, the way his nose is, the way he talks, the way he walks, brushing everyone aside. You make him a minister, had it, never see his face again. The cursed man would go there. It is like that. A very good man can be ruined with a power. A very good man can be ruined with money. You have seen people who get money suddenly, they forget their parents, they forget their country, they forget everything. All kinds of horrible things done in the name of money. Bribery, corruption, everything is done because we are not realized souls. If we are realized souls, we will not just do it at any cost. All your efforts to improve the honesty of this country is not possible unless and until you get your self-realization through Kundalini awakening, by which a transformation takes place and person develops his own personality. Then he has no such temptations and his whole being changes and he becomes samartha. Samartha. He becomes the meaning of what he is. He is no more misidentified with anything. He is not bothered. And then the Lakshmi Tattva is also enlightened and his material problems also get solved. To an extent, not too much again. You do not become a lakhopati because that's foolishness and tomfoolery. But you become so well off that you are absolutely satisfied with yourself, with your material being, and you do not ask for it. The whole thing changes completely. When you are sitting before me, you are asking, then you change your form, you are here, you are giving. Like the light. When it is enlightened, what does it do? It just gives light. Till it is enlightened is the seeking. Once it gets light, it gives the light. Like all the great saints have done it. The only difference is that these saints were born at such a great height that whenever they talked, nobody listened to them, nobody recognized them, and everyone tortured. When they died, now we have big organizations, big religious cults and religious things, and big churches and temples and all that we have built in their names. When they died. When they lived, nobody bothered about it. Nobody. So, today the time has come for you to get this absolute within you, by which you will recognize the real and the unreal. Not only that, but your powers of your spirit will manifest, by which you can do wonders and wonders, about which I'll tell you later on in other programs which we are going to have. I hope you'll continue to come and bring more people for it. Every time I'll try to raise your Kundalini and try to establish. After realization, when the germination has taken place, when the seed has sprouted, you have to be careful. At least for 7 days you have to be really careful about it so that you do not get into your mess again. And after that, if you follow it properly, there's an education you need for it. The effort is not needed before. Afterwards you have to little bit educate yourself to understand what does the chakras mean, where they go, what are the points where they catch, what diseases are caused by this, by what problems are caused by this, how to get rid of them. All this knowledge you should have. Now you see here, we have lots of beautiful people from Australia and England and from France and other places. They all have got their realization and they have established it. Many people get realization. Last time also we had lots of people who got realization. I meet some of them on the street. They say, Mother, we are all right, but the vibrations are lost. We do not have the value. It's amulya. It is invaluable. You cannot pay for it. That is one thing you must know. You cannot pay for God. It's an insult. Can you pay for your mother's love? It's an insult. And all those who have erected huge big places, taking money for God, all right, if you want to build a house, you can build it. Call it ashram, call it anything. But it's a dead stuff. But you cannot pay for your realization. You cannot pay for your realization. That is one thing is definite. Now what all the things happen to you, I will tell you from tomorrow onwards, and I'm here for some time. Please, little bit, try to have your self-esteem. You are not ordinary people to be born in this country, and that you have to achieve your depths. When you go deep into it, suddenly you'll find that within you lies the great power of your punyas that you have achieved in last lives. You have to just go up to that point. First self-realization, and then your own depth you have to seek. Once you get into it, you just get it. You are there, and you start manifesting it. You will become the guru yourself. You will know everything by yourself. This is the promise of this Mahayoga. I hope Delhi people will understand it and will be able to achieve their self-realization in this visit of mine. It is very important. Time is very important. This is running short, I think, and people have to realize that this is the last judgment that is being promised. Only through Kundalini you are going to be judged, otherwise there is no way out. This is the last judgment and don't miss it. The time is running short. I am telling all the people that please be careful. Bring all your friends. Tell all your people. Get it for yourself and be established and enjoy the beauty of the Spirit and enter into the kingdom of God, who is your very, very loving Father who wants to give you this. May God bless you. The Kundalini will rise by itself. Don't believe in people who say that it cannot be done. Of course, it cannot be done. It's very difficult to accept it. But maybe I know the job very well, or I have the authority, perhaps, maybe. And tomorrow you will also have the authority to raise the Kundalini. You all will have the same. आ रहा है ना? अब आप जा रहे थे? हाँ. Put your hands like that. Don't disturb others, all right? Please, put just your hands. Now, I would say that on collective being, I find that your right side is overactive. So you have to put it down. First of all, before doing anything else, please put your left hand towards me. Left is frozen, but the right is, put left hand towards me like this, left only. Now you take from the left. Raise your right hand like this, put it up on the head and put it this side. Throw it away. Again do it. Twice. Throw it away. Again do it. Thrice. And throw it away. 4 times. And throw it away. 5 times. 6 times. And 7th time. Now put your hands towards me. It's much better. लीजिए. इसमें कोई सवाल नहीं है, इसमें कोई जवाब नहीं है. ये होगा उसे होगा, नहीं होगा उसे नहीं होगा. इससे कोई आर्गुमेंट नहीं हो सकता, कोई झगड़ा नहीं हो सकता, कोई बातचीत नहीं हो सकती. ये परमात्मा की चीज है. जब होना है तभी होगी, जिसको होना है उसको होगी. और आज होगी चाहे किसी को होगी, परसों किसी को. ये हो जाना चाहिए, यही परमात्मा से मांगना चाहिए. इसमें कोई झगड़ा आप नहीं कर सकते, किसी तरह का झगड़ा नहीं कर सकते हैं. कुछ भी बातचीत करने से नहीं होगा, कुछ भी करने से नहीं होगा. बेकार टाइम बर्बाद करने से क्या अर्थ है. सबसे जो बात यहाँ पर है कि यहाँ लोग कुंडलिनी के बारे में जानते भी नहीं, इसलिए बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है कि बिल्कुल आपको बेस से शुरू करना पड़ता है. जैसे महाराष्ट्र में सब लोग जानते हैं, वहाँ कुंडलिनी लोग जानते हैं क्या चीज है, चक्र जानते हैं, वो दत्तात्रेय को जानते हैं. यहाँ लोग कुछ भी नहीं जानते. बड़ा मुश्किल काम है. इसलिए आप लोग पहले पार हो लीजिए, फिर मैं समझाऊंगी. जैसे कि इस कमरे में आप आए हैं, अंधेरा है, पहले लाइट लगा लीजिए, फिर बात करेंगे. ठीक है ना?